Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sevia. I am the moderator for my group. Our group will present material on cultural trend in translation studies. For an explanation of the first material, my friend Nazifa will present it. For Nazifa, I invite you to time and place.
Yeah, thank you. Let me explain about the role of IT and CAT in cross-cultural communication. Translation is actually hard for computers due to lexical ambiguity, syntactic ambiguity, and subtleties of translation. Machine translation work based on two main approach, role-based and statistic-based. Rule-based MT program work on a sentence-by-sentence basis, while statistic-based MT programs depend on massive amount of data in the form of legend parallel text, usually referred to as bilingual corpora or by text. Alignment is mainly sentence by sentence. Stroke word and phrase alignments are also extracted semi-automatically. Some examples of machine translation are Alta Fiesta, Babelfish, Free Translation, Gives is Time, ProMT, PERS, and many others. The development of technology keeps improving every day. In addition, electronic dictionaries, term banks, terminology management system, term extraction tools, corpora corpus processing tools, and translation memory tools are translators-based helpers to conduct their daily business which mostly operate offline. Internet has made translators' job easier as it works online. Machine translation and online search engines have improved in such an unimaginable way that they provide quick and easy assistance to translator. There are also various translation tools that translators use as research. Kenny are just that since most of the time translators work with written text. The electronic form of text may come in some proprietary format, Microsoft Word, FrameMaker, and may be created using a standardized markup language, HTML or XML. Further, she explains that the normal mode of input of a translation is through keyboarding. In addition, translator can also use dictation device or face recognition software to create more or less polished draft of the translation. The common lexical research that provide support for translator are electronic dictionaries, which are available as handheld portable device on CD-ROM or as online dictionaries achieved via the internet. The other lexical research are term banks, which provide data either over the internet or less frequently on CD-ROM. They differ from electronic dictionaries in that they focus almost exclusively on the vocabulary of specialist areas, science, technology, and they are usually created by national and international non-commercial bodies, often in response to their own documentation and or translation needs. Some examples mentioned by Kenny are EATE, Interactive Terminology for Europe, the multilingual term banks of the European Union, Termium, the trilingual term bank of the Canadian federal government, and the International Electronical Vocabulary maintained by the International Electronical Commission. International Electronical Vocabulary is accessible through In addition to software and translation tools, the social networking sites are also helpful in assisting translators doing their work. Websites such as Google Translate, Project Lingua, Prozip.com, Portal, TranslatorCave.com, doing their tasks, communicated and share ideas with other translators across the globe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nazifa. For the second material, I will explain it myself. I will explain about translation qualification. Their roles are more as cultural mediators in addition to being language consultants or experts. As far as face-to-face communication still prevails in the world, human translator will always be needed. Translator must always keep abreast with the latest development and technology to survive the 21st century. Translators and interpreters assist cross-cultural communication among businesses by converting written or verbal language into the target language. These interpreters and translators play a vital role in global business. Next, a translator is qualified if they can translate the document in question while still maintaining the original meaning of the document with appropriate grammar and word choice. References may be requested from a translator if their ability to translate is of question, but usually the volume of work they have complete or the number of years they have been translating is a good indicator of their abilities. Translator will always vary in abilities and command of the language, but most translator will do an equally fine job when translating regardless of their choice wording or writing style. Next. Here are some of the requirements to be translator. First, native fluency in a target language and a search language. Second, professional experience in the field of expertise. Third, first-hand experience with the same culture as the target audience. Fourth, a higher education degree. Fifth, native fluency in the target language. Sixth, fluency in both verbal and written English. Seventh, excellent computer skills. And eighth, high level of communication and interpersonal skills. Nine, understanding of cross-cultural communication. And 10, and many other specific requirements. With the implementation of ASEAN Economic Community, the competition is getting tighter. Indonesian translators must work hard and always improve their quality because the challenge the translator face may at the same time serve as opportunities. It depends on the translator how to prepare for it. Thank you. Okay, and for an explanation of the lesson material, that will be explanation by Widya. The time and place I invite you.
Okay, thank you, Sevia. Okay, I will explain for the last material is research and professional development in translation. There are 5 points. Number one is scope out the text to be translated. The first step is to get a feel for the text you are going to translate. That is the subject, matter, and content, how long it is, the writing style, if it's technical, the various sections. The translator will typical read or skim read part of the text to get an overview of the contents. They might note key concept or terminology they will need to research and will decide if any preliminary background reading is needed. Sometimes they will research and resolve how they will translate key terms before beginning the translation. And second, initial translation. No, they systematically translate the document, typically in chunks of 5 until 10 words at a time. Choosing the appropriate length of individual text chunks to deal with is important. Ideally, each chunk will be a discrete and complete unit of meaning. Each chunk also has to be short enough to retain in short-term memory. Anything over about 10 words can be a struggle sentence or frequently longer than this, so will typically need to be split up into shorter units. Working with chunks that are too short or not described, meaning unit tends to produce an unnatural and potentially unclear translation. On the other hand, working with chunks that are too long to easily remember runs the risk of some meaning being missed in the translation. Okay, for the third, review the accuracy of the translation. After the first draft is complete, the translator will then methodically work through the translation, comparing each chunk of text with the original source text. The primary goal here is to confirm they haven't missed any content or misinterpreted any meaning. Most translator will also identify and improve any slightly unnatural or intelligent wording in this step. 4. Take a break. The next step is very simple. Put the translation slide and take a break. Ideally, this should be for a few hours or overnight. The idea is purely to clear the mind to ensure a more effective fifth and final step. And 5. Even translation wording. In the final step, the translation rereads the translation, this time without reference to the short document, looking slowly and quality of expression. They will make final edits to further refine and polish the translate, and specifically for each press or section of text to be translated, a translator need: number 1, read and understand the source text. Keep the meaning or message of that text in mind. Select the most appropriate vocabulary in the target language. Use the grammatical structure of the target language. Compose that meaning or message in the target language. Make sure the new text is worded in a natural way. Okay, I think enough. Thank you.
Okay, maybe enough for the explanation of the material from our group. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.